Panthers now at the Saints' 25-yard line.
In days gone by, this would be a Cam Newton run. Not so sure anymore.
Well, back to days of yore we go. Be very close. And a flag is thrown, so even if he doesn't pick it up, you got Von Bell who hits him after he was out of bounds. And thus Newton's slow in getting up, and you know that Cam has taken his whacks this season. Chat with Roger Goodell about it, and this time it's Von Bell. Bell goes out of bounds.
Unnecessary roughness, late hit out of bounds. Yeah. 43 defense after this is the goal. Automatic first down.
If they hadn't called this one, there would have been an investigation. I'm going to read this guy right here, and once he crashes down inside, Cam's going to take that ball out. Nice job there by Jonathan Stewart to pick it up, but this is 5 yards out of bounds. They had to call that one.
He said 43, he meant 48. Von Bell. And that moves the ball to the 14. Now Benjamin is back at least on the sideline. See if he can get back into the game. A fake. Give it to Stewart, then a fake to again. The 11. So I mentioned it just on Cam Newton. I mean, he got to the point, he said it's not fun anymore. A lot of those hits, of course, coming. He runs so much, he's so big, and that precipitated a call between him and Roger Goodell.
And he was grateful to the commissioner. He said that he heard me out. He asked me a lot of questions about not just that, but other things, and he appreciated the fact that he took the call and slot blitzes off the edge. That's one of the reasons it's so hard to take Jonathan Stewart out of the lineup. He's such a good blocker.
Well, they've been down here before and then failed to get it into the end
to make the play.
Well, New Orleans' run defense doing a good job tonight. Can they hold them off here on the second and goal? And this time he dives in. Stewart for the touchdown. Take the lead.
Watch this movement right here, taken straight back. Andrew Norwell, Ryan Khalil, Trey Turner. You simply cannot do it any better than that. You jump over the top. He really did not have to. That was a blowaway block by those interior three.
The point is good. So 5:40 to 10-3.
When the rain is blowing in.
I'm ready. Did you look outside?
Beatles in the city, be back immediately to confiscate the monies.
Newton took another shot on the handoff here on the touchline. Go back and take a peek at this.
Perfectly legal. If you're going to carry out the fake on a read option or a bootleg, defensively you have the right to make that hit because you don't know if he has the football or not. So there are some that I think Cam Newton has been 100% right about, that he should have been protected. That wasn't one of them.
He goes over the pictures on the sideline. Meanwhile, it's 10-3. We had our first touchdown of the game. Two teams that scored 79 points total in each of their last two meetings. And that one is then dropped out of bounds by Marcus Murphy. A terrible mistake by a rookie out of Missouri. He was their 7th-round draft choice, and he pins them at the 1.5.
Why would you catch that anyway? It was going to go out of bounds on its own. You'd have gotten it out on the 40-yard line. As a matter of fact, some teams, you'll see them, they'll run out of bounds and reach back in and catch it because that takes the ball out of bounds. That hurts.
Well, Travaris Cadet has done most of the kickoff returns. Murphy has had 5, and that was his 6th. And now Breeze tries to get him out of trouble, and he picks up 4 yards here. Brandon Cooks makes the catch, and James Bradbury, one of the two rookie corners, with the tackle.
Good to have James Bradbury back healthy again, number 24. This is a completely new secondary than what Drew Brees saw last time around when they were playing Zach Sanchez. But to get Bradbury back and just to get these two rookies on the field, Darryl Worley, of course you all know about Josh Norman, and he's playing for the Redskins. We'll see him on Sunday night. But they drafted 3 cornerbacks to try and make up for it, and they're finally starting to play together and play well.
Second down and 5, and Hightower takes some shot. The 10-yard line as Thomas Davis makes the tackle. It'll be third down and 1.
Man, Thomas Davis, when he hits you, I don't think Hightower even saw this one coming. Holy smokes. These two inside linebackers can really run, and when they get there, it's damage time.
So third and 1, can that Carolina D force a punt, which would give Carolina pretty good field position in all likelihood. Third and 1, and Brees has it knocked down, so they will force that punt. Charles Johnson there, and Starla Tulele going off the field celebrating. Fourth down.
One of the things that you know is that Drew Brees gets the ball out of his hands so quickly. There are times you just can't get there. You see him raise up to throw that ball quickly into flat, and he would have had this first down. Credit Charles Johnson for basically a turnover there.
Thomas Morstack kicking out of the end zone. His first punt was 50 yards. This one was shorter, and his fair caught at the 49-yard line by Ted Ginn. Panthers have it at midfield, 4:10 to the half. They lead by 7.
I really did save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
I should take a closer look at Geico.
Geico has a long history of great savings and great service. Over 75 years.
Wait, 75 years? That is great.
Speaking of great, check out these hot riffs. You like Smash Mouth?
Yeah, I have an early day tomorrow, so.
Wait, almost there.
Good night, Bruce.
I got a tunye. Me.
Take a closer look at Geico. Great savings and a whole lot more.
You know who likes to be in control? This guy. Check it out. Self-appendectomy. Oh, that's really attached. That's why I rent from National, where I get the control to choose any car in the aisle I want, not some car they choose for me. Which makes me one smooth operator. Still a little tender. Go National. Go like a pro.
I overpack, but my guy knows what to bring. Like Viagra single packs for ED.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
Ron Rivera now in his 6th season as the Panthers head coach. Boy, I tell you, they've taken a ride on the loop-de-loop here the past few years. From week 6 in 2013 to week 2 in 2014, they were 13-1. Then from the 3rd week in 14 to the 13th week, they were 1-8-1. Then they went on some roll from week 14 in 2014 through last year, 19-1. Now 3-6 minus. Crazy.
I'm getting a little woozy.
Start from the 49 here. Newton looks the other way, and then he finds Mike Tolbert, the fullback, who gets a first down at the 34-yard line before he is tackled.
You know, you look at Mike Tolbert, and I would say he's a shade over 240. And yet he ends up being one of those guys that just finds his way into the passing game all the time. I mean, it's really been amazing. A guy that size has been such an effective player coming out of the backfield for as long as he has.
Out of San Diego, came here 4 years ago. And Stewart's carried the ball for for the game's only touchdown, but 10 carries tonight for 18 yards, 1.8.
Yeah, this running game just does not look the same. Jonathan Stewart last year averaged 4.1 yards per carry, down to 3.6. Had about 900 yards rushing a season ago, just 334 so far this year. They've had some injuries to the offensive line. We'll talk about those, but it has not been the same running game.
2nd and 8. Newton's going to go for it. Oh, and it's incomplete. Again, the speedy one. Ran out of room. 3rd down and 8.
Now, Darrell Williams now playing the right tackle position, and they're going to give him a little help on the outside. They've been chipping with backs. They've been helping with tight ends. This time the guard, Trey Turner, comes over to help. They move Mike Rimmers over to the left tackle position after Michael Orr went out with a concussion, and he's been out for a while, since from week 4 to week 10 now with that concussion.
7th game that he has missed. Got the blindside movie around his life. And the pass is incomplete. Corey Brown had it, dropped it, and now they'll bring in Gano to try to tack on 3.
Very clever play here at the end of this thing. Watch the punch out, going from behind and just poking that ball out. Who was that? I couldn't see the number. I'm sorry.
Von Bell.
Von Bell, yeah, there you go. The safety coming up there and making that play. That rookie, I tell you, we talk about him all the time in the running game, but he just made a big-time play in the pass game.
49-yard attempt for Gano. Again, the new holder is Pilardi. And great effectiveness. Tacks on 3 more. 2:50 to go to the half. 13-3. Panthers.
When I was a kid, I wanted to touch the skies.
I wanted to invent things.
I wanted to protect others.
I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to make a difference.
I knew that one day I would be the difference. I am a special missions aviator.
Clinical nurse.
Pararescueman. I'm Captain Chris Niels, and we are American Airmen.
See more at airforce.com.
So Sunday night is next Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. Wrap up your day as the Pittsburgh Steelers go to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Both teams right now in contention, but boy, they got the problems in Pittsburgh, obviously, trailing Baltimore now in their division. Indy 2 games back of Houston. That's the Thanksgiving night feast for you right here on NBC.
Colts knocked off Green Bay, right? Kind of got their season back on track with that big win. And Green Bay, we go see them on Sunday night. And that is going to be interesting to see what's happening with that team. Gave up a lot of points in Tennessee.
Against the pretty hot Washington squad. Ball comes out to the 25. We go to Heather.
Well, guys, tonight, well-known chef Emeril Lagasse, who is also a huge Saints fan and is watching the game, tweeted this. This is how we do TNF at my house. Al, when are you coming over for some gumbo? Go Saints. Hey, guys, do you think we have enough time to get there post-game?
Let me tell you something.
We weren't invited.
He's great. That restaurant is fabulous. It's fantastic. We were in there one night, and Sean Payton's in there, and he said, you know, he was living on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
He had a condo. He's moved since then. But
I would weigh 400 pounds if I lived on the other side of that wall.
Take out next door. That's pretty cool. That's Michael Thomas picking up 16 up to the 41, the rookie out of Ohio State. Off to a great start this season, except for last week. Saints possessions right there. Field goal on the second drive. That's the only decent drive they've had tonight.
Yeah, and it's been a rough night so far for Drew Brees. He had 465 yards passing last time against Carolina. No big plays, nothing but big plays the first game.
From the 41. And that is caught here by Kobe Fleener. Went to Stanford with Andrew Luck, played in Indianapolis, and came over as a free agent in 8, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, just to give you some idea, Drew Brees over 100 quarterback rating in the last 5 games and leading the NFL with 332 passing yards per game. That's what Sean McDermott and his defense is working against.
2-minute warning, 13-3. Carolina.
Once you get in the Army, you hear the term Ranger, and you look at it as the highest standards. I was extremely proud to be part of the 1st Ranger Battalion. When I was deployed, I knew that USAA was taking care of my wife when she was back home. And now I know with my son that the USAA will continue to provide the insurance and protection we need.
They always say, you've served your country, so we're here to serve you.
My name is Alejandro Villanueva, and I'm a USAA member for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
It's Macy's one-day sale Saturday with a preview day Friday. Get an extra $20 off when you spend $50 on select merchandise with your savings past 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Earn Plenty Points during Macy's one-day sale. Plenty, lots of points, lots of places, one rewards program.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. When we keep on the sunny side of life. Last night this man, he talked to me. He said that you are the future.
It's time to listen in. Sights and sounds that get you closer to the game. Brought to you by Bose, the official sound of the NFL.
Let's show y'all grandma what you can do tonight!
Hey, keep grinding. We're going to find a way to get this done now, all right? Just getting started, baby. Good job. That's what we practice right there. Good work, baby. Good work. I just want to win. That's how you end the game, man, right there.
Bose gets you closer to the game. And Bose SoundTouch 10 gets you closer to your music.
Jimmy Johnson makes his run for a record-tying 7th championship, rising to the ranks of the most revered legends of the sport, the Sprint Cup Championship on NBC.
All right, coming up is the Lexus halftime. Bob, Tony, and Rodney breaking it all down for you. Rich Eisen and the NFL Network crew give their take on Tony Romo. Boy, was that classy.
It was.
The other day. That was a statue. Sam Mills, the late linebacker who played for both of these teams. Terrific man who died much too young. Now on 2nd and 2, they'll pick up the first down as Willie Snead takes the ball to the 42-yard line. Drew Brees coming up to the line here. Saints have all 3 timeouts.
Very cautious approach defensively tonight. Not going to give up those big plays like they did last time.
And Brees will dump it off, and it's caught by Ingram. And Mark Ingram with a lot of room to the 20-yard line. Michael Thomas, the rookie wideout, helps spring him with a nice block all the way to the 20, gain 22.
Watch Luke Kuechly run right down the middle of the field in this Tampa 2 defense, which is great. He's so good, he can cover that tight end going down the field. But you'll lose that element of Luke Kuechly on the outside. And then there's Michael Thomas on the outside with a good block as well. I think Drew Brees gets it now. We're starting to see that understanding, yes, he wants to go get those big shot plays, but as long as they sort of play that shell coverage in the back and not really wanting to put rookies James Bradbury and Darryl Worley in a tough position in man-to-man coverage against the speed of some of these wideouts, they're just going to allow them to have those little checkdowns. And right now, Drew Brees taking advantage.
15 of 19 for 130 yards. So well below what his average yards per pass would be. Right now, 6.5. Brees the kind of guy who normally averages 8 to 9. From the 20. Play action, and he's going to go down. There's plenty of action from Mario Addison. K'Wan Short also goes there. That's the 2nd sack for him.
It's one of those trick protections here. They're going to go here, but the back is basically going to run into him and mean that Senio Clemente is going to be late getting there, and Charles Johnson really forced that action.
Now 6.5 sacks for Addison. He's the team leader. 2nd and 20. Set up a screen here, and this is Ingram, and Ingram takes the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line. Clock still rolling. Saints have 2 timeouts. It'll be 3rd down and 4. And now they will spend timeout number 2. All right, NFLShop.com. You can get free shipping on the largest selection of NFL licensed products. You can visit NFLShop.com today. That's the official store of the National Football League.
Well, back in the day, you could about count on Jimmy Graham and Darren Sproles when they got down here, right? Remember all those? Those two just worked in tandem. And now a lot of these young receivers out here for Drew Brees, and they spend a lot of their time just getting in sync, just learning what they're going to do. And believe me, the red zone is like a whole new game. There's a football game between the 20s, and once you get inside the 20, that's a whole new game. So some big guys, you know, the Kobe Fleeners of the world are the kind of guys that you start looking to here.
Right now they have Josh Hill in as the tight end. 3rd and 5. Low snap. Brees hangs in. Flag is thrown. Pass incomplete. Snead couldn't handle it. And a penalty.
I think it was Kobe Fleener moving just a little soon.
Start. Number 82 offense. 5-yard penalty remains 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly walked right up on him and almost made him flinch. He just lost track of it a little bit. You know, Luke Kuechly knew exactly who was likely to get the ball there too, and Kobe Fleener just got lost track of the snap count. It was just a half a count too soon.
Makes it 3rd down, 10 from the 20.
And repeat, the new left tackle will be under pressure here for Mario Addison. That's the one to watch on the far left.
And Brees has to dump it. Thomas Davis came in. That's going to make it 4th down. And you got Ingram who gets shaken up, and it was Thomas Davis with the collision.
Thomas Davis on that man coverage, and he just sniffed it out. Boy, I tell you, we have seen him with some huge hits already in this game.
Brees knows the man he wants to go to is going to the ground, so now you have a 38-yard attempt by the rookie Will Lutz. And that kick is blocked, and now you got Kuechly. And Luke Kuechly down the sideline, a little bit of blocking, and Luke Kuechly, if he stays in bounds, could go all the way. And once again, the Saints give up a block kick and a touchdown, as was the case with the extra point, but there's a flag down at the 20-yard line, at the 20. So the block's going to count. The flag comes down on the run back, which would be 88 yards.
Illegal block in the back. Number 24, intercepting team. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
That's Bradbury. That'll take the touchdown away, but it gives him the ball in pretty close to field goal range.
Like 92, Vernon Butler right there is going to end up getting this hand on this football. And I tell you, for the New Orleans Saints, they just have got to be incredulous. A little shove there from Bradbury, well behind the play, completely unnecessary. Wow.
Yeah, they dropped the flag all the way down to the 20, but that foul took place well back upfield, as you can see. So they're going to figure out where to spot it.
Oh my goodness.
Crowd hates that call.
I mean, James Bradbury was a good 5 to 10 yards behind Luke Kuechly. No way was he going to get caught.
And now they're going to spot the ball. They're still going down the field with it.
And New Orleans has seen enough of these tight shots on the boundary here. This is just unbelievable.
They saw that last week. Had the white shoe on white, so you couldn't tell if he stepped out of bounds or not. Yeah, I mean, Bradbury, of all the guys you're going to take out of the play, the rookie kicker,
It's a good job by Lutz, even if he wasn't getting pushed to the ground, to at least give it the full Academy Award performance there. But that is just never behind the ball carrier. Never, never, never.
Here you go last week. New Orleans trying to take the lead in the final minute of the game. It gets blocked. Denver gets the 2 points. Denver wins. Meanwhile, the officials on this play, there was Parks. Did he step in? Did he not? They said that was the ruling on the field. Meanwhile, the officials have been going up and down the field with the ball to see where they're going to spot it. They had it back at the 40. Then they had it at the 20. Now they're putting it at the 25 to see where the foul took place. And Morelli wants to get together with the guys to figure out where to put the ball.
The block in the back occurred at the 30-yard line. Foul will be enforced from there 10 yards. The ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, so now they've been moving the ball up and down, and now they're going to go back to where we thought they had to put it, because the foul took place at the 39, roughly. Put the ball at the 40. Rivera says, didn't you see the replay? He was beyond the 40.
That is a huge foul in a lot of ways. Not only took the 6 points off, but now it may now take the 3 points off, unless they can pick up about 10 yards to have a legitimate shot here.
Carolina has 2 timeouts, 23 seconds to the half. Newton stepping up in the pocket, under pressure, throwing, and incomplete. Ted Ginn had it, but he was out of bounds. He was beyond the end zone, so very close to another touchdown for Ginn, but it's simply second down and 10.
Wow, what a catch. I was starting to flinch looking at that. Ooh, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Does the ball roll out?
Well, everything gets reviewed. Left foot's down. The right foot looks like it's down. Does he have possession? The crowd is looking at it. And now Morelli's going to come under the hood because they're going to stop this to take a look. Inside 2 minutes, no challenges.
Sometimes it's so good even the referees can't believe it.
Yep. Or us.
I think that ball even got tipped a little bit.
So Ginn has control all the way to the ground. The question now is, he clearly gets 1 foot in. Does the other foot, the top of the other foot, slide through the end zone? It looks like it did.
I didn't think there was any question, did you? As long as that ball didn't bobble at all, that is a spectacular play. And I'll tell you one more thing. When you're running at the goalpost like that and you're not exactly sure where you are, to hang in there and make that kind of catch was awesome. What a play by Ted Ginn.
Unofficially, he would be the first guy in the league, at least to my knowledge, our knowledge, who had a touchdown taken away and a touchdown given back through replay.
The left one, no question, and the right foot.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a TD.
I do too.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
There you go. What a catch.
That's his first touchdown of the season. He almost had it, but it was negated by a penalty. Now he gets one that they rule incomplete. And now Cam is going to go over and present a souvenir.
There you go. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's a lifetime memory for those kids.
You know, Ted Ginn a season ago had 10 touchdowns. That's his first.
Right.
So one of many areas where this team has sort of not quite been what they were a season ago.
That little girl got an early Christmas gift. And now the extra point from is good. 16 seconds left in the first half, and Carolina trying to keep their season alive, up 20-3.
There we go. Here's Ginn here on the outside. And that is one of those Tampa 2s where Greg Robertson, the linebacker, had to try and stay with maybe the fastest guy on the field. You see the 2 safeties split. That's called a Tampa 2 defense. Tony Dungy would know all about that one. And for Cam Newton, he saw that matchup and just launched this thing. Really well covered by Robertson, but Ginn was even better. I'll tell you, and the happiest guy in the building right now, James Bradbury. Ted Ginn and Cam Newton just bailed him out.
Yep. And the Panthers are going to get the ball to start the second half as well.
For a middle linebacker, you can't do a lot better than what he did on that play. I mean, that was Craig Robertson flying down the field, good coverage on the fastest guy on the Carolina offense.
And Breeze will take it at the 25-yard line. See if he wants to take one deep shot to try to get in field goal range. With 16 seconds to halftime.
I'm not sure Drew Brees will get a deep shot the rest of this game because they've been playing conservatively anyway. Now you're going to take a lead into the second half, and there's no way Carolina's going to get beaten deep, I don't think.
Just a little kneel down here, and that will end the first half. Again, you have that block kick. Ginn's miraculous catch. Carolina had a 17-point lead Sunday against Kansas City and wound up losing the game. Sean Payton can only hope history repeats. 20-3 is our halftime number. Stay tuned for the Lexus halftime report, highlights, analysis. Plenty more ahead on Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light.
Technology has helped us provide better care for the players. We have the sideline video monitor that allows us instant review of plays. We have radios that we all wear that we communicate with each other so we can talk to each other immediately about injuries that we're seeing on one end of the sideline while someone else might be the other end of the sideline. We have handheld tablets on the sidelines with the players' medical history, with imaging studies. We have x-ray here at the stadium. So all these facets are part of what goes into providing care for these players.
The NFL Pro Bowl is headed to Orlando, where the best meets the next. A week-long celebration culminates with the biggest group of NFL stars in one stadium. It's AFC versus NFC. Don't miss your chance to see the NFL's best compete live on January 29th, the 2017 Pro Bowl. Go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl on sale to get your tickets today.
I've learned thousands of plays under 5 different offensive coordinators. I've thrown over 5,300 passes in my career for over 60,000 yards. And that's just some of what I had to do to earn this jersey.
I went online and ordered it from NFLshop.com.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
We're here when you're ready.
It's free admission November for all veterans and their families at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the most inspiring place on earth. A first-time ever program sponsored by Goodyear, the chance for the heroes of the game to honor and salute the real heroes of life. Come see the new hologram theater show, Game for Life, and the best movie in town, The Road to the Super Bowl.
I am eternally grateful, and I salute you. Thank you.
I've played more than 200 consecutive games. I've caught over 1,000 passes for over 11,000 yards. Had to block some of the toughest defensive ends in this league over the past 13 seasons. Done all that and more to earn this.
I found it on NFLshop.com. My mom got it for me.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Tackle my ride tonight after the postgame on NFL Network.
Welcome to the Lexus Halftime Report. Here's your host, Bob Costas.
At
at the half, it's the Panthers with a 20-3 lead over the Saints. And in the background for halftime entertainment, the Sugar Hill Gang here in person. They are kicking it old school hip hop in Carolina. What did you see, Rodney, from the Panthers in the first half so different than the first meeting earlier this year in New Orleans?
Well, in the first series, I really didn't like the play calling, Bob. They got down to the 1 yard line and they tried to get cute, coach, trying to play action pass. All they have to do is run Jonathan Stewart 3 straight times and scored a touchdown. But also in the first game, the Saints blitz Cam Newton and his offense a lot. They have to do a better job of picking it up, the blitz. But one way to neutralize the blitz is take shots with Ted Ginn Jr. down the field. He's the fastest guy on your team. No one on that defense can cover him.
Adjustments, second half. You're the Saints. You only scored 3 points, one of the most high-powered offenses in the league.
Well, I said in the pregame show I thought the Saints were loose, and that was a good thing. It's been a bad thing. They have been very, very inconsistent. They've made mistakes. We said you could be aggressive but not reckless. There's Kenny Vaccaro with a reckless play. Here's Drew Brees with a reckless throw. They have got to get the discipline back in their game. Later on, they have a chance to tighten the score up. A low kick ends up being a block, and a Luke Kuechly return, setting up the Ted Ginn touchdown. What Sean Payton has to do is get his team refocused. They can get back in the game. They're explosive enough to score, but they've got to get their discipline back.
Yeah, Kuechly deprived of a touchdown there. Linebacker's dream. He's done it before because of a push in the back.
And it was a garbage call,
immediately.
Too. It was a terrible call, too.
Well, in any case, they cashed in immediately on the Newton connection again. Up next, Rich Eisen and the NFL Network Game Day crew will look ahead to Sunday's games and give their take on Tony Romo's comments earlier this week. That's next.
Live from New York City, it's Good Morning Football!
It's never too early to talk football.
We want to just let the defense do the job.
And it's 7 a.m. every weekday.
Sacrifices his body. I love it.
We've got 3 hours of football talk.
Look at how imposing he can be in this offense.
Filled with special guests and more.
Brett Favre.
I had goosebumps going up my arm.
Rob Riggle.
Did you see that? How amazing.
Make the morning the highlight of your day.
It's not about how the game starts. It's about what happens when they finish.
Good Morning Football. Weekdays at 7 a.m. only on NFL Network.
It's Sunday, and we're set for an 18-and-a-half-hour football joyride. Which means we're up first, connecting with fans and highlighting every big play.
Bob, did you see that?
Having a little fun along the way.
Yes!
Maybe too much fun. The one destination for everything NFL, because this is what we live for. This is Sunday. This is our day. This is Game Day. NFL Game Day, only on NFL Network.
Do something. I gotta do it full speed.
Touchdown, Steve Smith!
I want your mom to be pissed off and I'm doing her son like dirt.
You don't think I'm one of the best? You better check your reference.
Steve Smith Sr. of Football Life, tomorrow at 9, only on NFL Network.
For the second straight week, the Carolina Panthers have a 17-point lead at home. We'll see if they can hold on to this one. They're on top of the Saints 20-3. At halftime. Rich Eisen here, along with my NFL Network gang. We're all moved, just like you have been, no doubt, by Tony Romo's one-man act play, essentially, in front of the media earlier this week, coming to public grips with what everyone has assumed. It's Dak Prescott's job in Dallas.
You see, football is a meritocracy. You aren't handed anything. You earn everything, every single day, over and over again. You have to prove it. That's the way that the NFL, that's the way that football works. A great example of this is Dak Prescott and what he's done. He's earned the right to be our quarterback.
I turn to my triplet at the end for your thoughts. First, what do you think?
Well, Rich, he was just absolutely incredible in his speech and talking about the importance of team. And that's why we all love the game so much. Tony Romo capitulated and relinquished one of the most visible in prestigious positions in all of professional sports when you're talking about the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. He did it with pure class, Rich.
Yeah, I felt the same way after watching that. I was really taken back by what he said and how he said it. So I texted Tony immediately and I said, Tony, you showed great leadership. You showed how to be a great teammate. And you know what? Stay ready because your time will come at some point. And good luck. We'll see you in Minnesota in a couple weeks. And he texted me back, Marshall. Excuse me. Texted me right back. He said, you know what, Mooch, thanks. I am ready. And I was really slinging it around today in practice.
You know, I'm still moved every time I hear it by what he had to say because you know Tony the competitor. You know him the player, but we got to see a guy that put team first. And he understands that the other guys on that team, although Tony wants to play, they are in a position, and we kept talking about it, the momentum is going for the Dallas Cowboys, and he does not want to get in the way.
Yeah, we'll talk about this more on NFL Network's NFL Game Day first at 7 a.m., followed by NFL Game Day morning at 9 a.m. All of us with Kurt Warner for 4 hours, taking up until kickoff of a full day of football that ends on Sunday Night Football between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers taking on the Washington Redskins. That's in week number 11 Sunday. But when we come back, the Carolina Panthers up 17, and they get the ball first when the second half returns on NBC.
Thank you for watching the Lexus Halftime Report.
Tonight, Seth welcomes Casey Affleck. Late night with Seth Meyers.
This is our game, our passion. This is what we live for. 24/7.
He don't just run for first down. This man runs for touchdown.
This is where our season never ends.
This is a heck of a game.
From the combine.
This is why you want to run at the combine, because now you get another crack at it.
To the draft.
He hustles, he's tough, he's got Pro Bowl potential.
To the Super Bowl. All day, every day, exclusive access.
In training camp, this is a good opportunity for him to get some rest.
On the field.
What does this win do for the Vikings?
And off.
I realize what my purpose is now.
This is our history.
I wanted to play for anyone who would play the Packers.
Our next generation.
With the first pick in the NFL draft.
This is our everything. Showtime. This is NFL Network.
Full game replays, you can replay entire games, which gives you more football. Start your free trial at NFL.com/Game Pass.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Week 11 of the NFL season continues Sunday on CBS and Fox. Check your local listings for the game in your area.
Week 11 of the NFL season begins here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Get in your steps, here up your team and sing it. I don't know what you've been told, but football make you lose control.
The ball is loose, and the Panthers come up with the ball. Look out, and he's going to get sacked back at the 13-yard line. Breeze throws a complete duck that gets intercepted. A second and goal, and this time he dives in.
You simply cannot do it any better than that.
And on we go to the second half in Charlotte. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Heather Cox. Thursday Night Football, 20-3. The numbers for Breeze throwing a lot of short stuff tonight, 16-21, 145. Cam Newton as well, except for that last pass to Ted Ginn. The defense for the Panthers, very good tonight. Obviously, you're holding New Orleans to 3 points in 30 minutes. Second straight game that they have done that. But last week, Of course, a different story for Carolina at the end as Kansas City came from behind, erased a 17-point deficit. And just as excruciating was the loss sustained by New Orleans to Denver at the Dome. Third quarter starts with a touchback.
Well, let's take a look at Cam Newton and what he did in the first half. Early in that half, he took a sack when he dropped back and did not step up into the pocket. That was really on him. But on the touchdown pass, quite the opposite. Cam Newton gets back. Here comes the pressure again. No problem. Just step up, launch it, and there you go. The difference maker in that first half. Cam Newton, for all his great skills, is still learning a few of the tricks of the trade, and that one made a difference.
Well, it was going to be 13-6 if the Saints had made a field goal. Instead, it's 20-3 after the block and subsequent touchdown. Now from the 25-yard line. First play of the half is a pass, a gain of 8 to 10 again, and we go to Heather.
The Panthers with the lead, but head coach Ron Rivera said we must do a better job running the ball. Just 25 rushing yards in that first half. Now, as for the Saints, Sean Payton actually quite pleased with the defensive pressure they've been able to get on quarterback Cam Newton. The big issue, we must cut down on turnovers. Al, now 6 turnovers in the last 6 quarters for the Saints.
Right, Heather, that's been a killer. 2 tonight. Carolina turnover free. Second down and 2 now. And chugging ahead, he's going to be a yard short. Jonathan Stewart, they've held him in check tonight. And there's the issue you're just talking about, Heather, running the ball. Stewart's carried 11 times for 19 yards.
This Craig Robertson is a little bit Luke Kuechly light. I mean, he really has some athleticism reading that running game from the other side, and he is just filling the gaps and making a lot of plays.
3rd and 1. Newton outside the pocket, then a throwback, and that's going to be a first down as Greg Olsen makes the grab. Always a dangerous thing to go back across the field, but Olsen gets free, picks up the first down.
Yeah, and almost a whole lot more than that as he sneaks his way over to the left side there, and I'll tell you, this is a big play by Von Bell. There wasn't a lot left on that side of the field. You can see Greg Olsen just getting lost in the mix in there, and that's always, defensive players hate that play.
Holds into a gain of 3, but it is a first down. 3 catches tonight for Olsen and 53 for the season. Now Newton going downfield, finds the open man at the 44. Kelvin Benjamin hurt his shoulder in the first half, was out for a series, maybe a series and a half, and now obviously back in, grabs it here.
Let's give a little tip of the cap to Greg Olsen. We talked about how much better he is. Here he's going to be blocking the best defensive player for the Saints, Cameron Jordan. Now, is this perfect? No, but good enough for Cam Newton to escape outside and make a big play.
Gain of 19. Benjamin's second catch of the night. Newton flushed out, keeps his eyes downfield, and just throws it into the bench. Second down and 10.
Take one more look at Cam's last completion here. And he is really not shoulder square or anything that they might teach, but just so physically talented able to make some plays like that. He is a guy that there's not much he can do. As you look at him now, Al, in the pocket, doesn't he look like he's standing up a little straighter? He spent a lot of time watching the Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers of this league, and he sees them just standing up so much taller, and Ron Rivera's a little worried that maybe that's the reason he's getting some of the hits to the legs.
Yeah, the 6'5", 245-pound Newton. And, well...
oh, there's your shoes.
He is the fashion plate.
Oh, my goodness. How about some of his... that just what he came into our meeting with the other day. I thought he just dressed up like that for press conferences, but he always has the hat, the matching hat, and the perfectly color coordinated. So he wakes up, and the night before, he actually lays his clothes out. His dad taught him to do that. He said, I'm not much of a morning person. I'm a little groggy, don't talk much, but just gets up and gets dressed like a fireman, I guess.
Glam Newton, some of the outfits that he has worn, especially his post-game press conferences. He loves hats. He's got a guy out in Southern California, in the Venice district of LA, who makes hats for him.
What was the word you taught him?
Milliner.
Milliner.
Second down and 10. And this is Stewart, his nicest run of the night. Yeah, Newton came in yesterday and we talked about the word milliner. I get milliner is a hat maker, mainly women. So, you know, Cam, he loves to learn. He had his phone out and he's putting
He wrote it down.
He wrote it down, and then of all crazy stuff, you can't make this up. Who came in for a tryout yesterday? D. Milliner. After practice, the former Jets defensive back, they tried him out at defensive back.
Cam probably thought he was bringing a hat.
Right, I'm sure he did. On 3rd and 1, going straight ahead. And that'll be a first down.
It was fun, though. He was in a good mood. And, you know, everybody was talking about that at practice. You saw a little bit of that bouncing around and playfulness, and that is sort of the trademark of this team. But they were working, too. You know, this wasn't like a week off. They were out there practicing the day before the game, which not many teams do.
Seen that before. With frequency. Stack a couple of receivers here to the left side. Stewart tries to get free, and he's able to squirt down to the 29-yard line. Jonathan Stewart.
Well, that was a nice finish to that run there by Jonathan Stewart. That thing looked like it was going nowhere fast, and he ends up picking up 4 or 5 yards out of it. He is just a big man. You lose track of that. Sometimes he's standing beside Cam Newton and Mike Tolbert, and you go, oh, he probably weighs 215, 220. He's about 245 pounds out there. This may be the most impressive team in the league coming off the bus, or at least most impressive offense.
2nd and 5 from the 29-yard line. From the gun, and that is meeting the man head on. Cameron Jordan, the minute Stewart got the ball, he is right there. Tackle for loss of 5 yards.
Well, on the read option, you're not going to block the end guy in the line of scrimmage, and that time it ended up being Cameron Jordan who just got there before they could hit this mesh point here. That is what they were supposed to do. Greg Olsen was not supposed to block him. They read him, and I guess Cam will probably tell you he should have pulled that ball out and run it himself.
And Jordan, the son of Steve Jordan, long-time Minnesota Viking tight end, who went to multiple Pro Bowls. Now Newton fires, it's caught, and it's Olsen to the 22-yard line. So they convert on a 3rd and long to move the sticks.
What a good-looking route that was by Greg Olsen. Looked like it was going to be one of those deep overs, and then he just put on the brakes, and Kenny Vaccaro just kept going. So big play there by Olsen. Just aren't many tight ends in the league that run 4.5 and have that kind of creativity in route running.
Opening drive of the second half. This is the 11th play. Fake to Stewart, and the pass is incomplete. At the 10-yard line, Devin Funchess covered by Sterling Moore. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, they go unbalanced line to the left to make you think they're going to run the football that way, and then go with that quick play action fake. Here's the extra offensive lineman over here. And this is when Cam and this offense really at their best. Quick play fakes, get the ball out quickly, find that first read, and that's what the Saints were trying to take away.
Pressured again and escapes and just has to throw it away at that point. As Jordan put the pressure on. Cam pursuing Cam. 3rd down.
Yeah, when you bring up pressure on everybody, it puts a lot of pressure on the toughest matchup of your line, and that being Cameron Jordan going against Darrell Williams. Williams is a guy, and looks like Cam may have hurt his finger or something here.
Yep, he's clutching his hand.
Did he hit it on the helmet of Cam Jordan?
Well, he comes back to the huddle, and he was clutching his hand. So the play clock is ticking down, and as he needed some extra time to even get in the huddle. 3rd down and 10. They will throw it, but for nothing. Ted Ginn will take a small loss, tackled there by Sterling Moore, and that'll make it 4th down, and in comes Gano again.
Was it? I think it's his left hand. Yep, that's what he's grabbing right there.
So Payne was able to get the next play off. And now Gano for a 42-yard attempt. Mike Velarde to hold it. And the kick is good to tack on 3 more. 8:17 left in the 3rd. It's 23-3. Carolina.
Look how big my hands are.
Oh.
Like,
Ow.
how much am I making for this again?
100K, win or lose, total cakewalk.
Her last opponent is still in a coma. I should go walk my cats.
No, Amy, get in there and fight for your life.
Isn't there an easier way to make 100K?
Sure, Old Navy's giving away 100K every day through Black Friday. Plus, right now it's 40% off your entire purchase.
40% off? You keep in touch with me, girl. I'm going to Old Navy.
It's 40% off your entire purchase right now, only at Old Navy.
Introducing the new Moto Z Droid with Moto Mods, exclusively on Verizon. Transform your phone in a snap with the only next-gen network that lets you get the most out of it. Because Verizon LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds in 450 cities coast to coast. Buy one Moto Z Droid and get one half off and $300 back. And get 20 gigs of data with no surprise overages and 4 lines for only $40 each. Why settle when you can have it all on Verizon?
Fantastic Beast is one of the top-reviewed movies of the year. It's certified fresh. Brilliantly spellbinding.
If I don't come back, look after my creatures.
And nothing less than magical. Fantastic Beast, rated PG-13.
JJ. What's up, John? Check it out. Same Bose headphones. Nice. You ever wonder how they work? No. It's Bose active noise canceling technology. So
With Bose noise canceling, nothing comes between you and your music.
So peaceful up here.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive, soon to be everywhere.
Thursday Night Football being brought to you by Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. By the new Volkswagen Golf All-Track, soon to be everywhere. By Bose, get closer. And by Old Navy. Well, the Saints winning Super Bowl 44 over the Colts, 31-17. A lot of futility, frustration, obviously, for years in the Big Easy. And then Jim Mora came along and very successfully brought that franchise into a new light. Saw Jim tonight, part of the New Orleans broadcast group. Looks great. That's Jim Sr., Junior, the head coach at UCLA. And Sean Payton has recently become the winningest coach in Saints history. Being offside here, you got a flag, so you have a touchback for the moment. You have an offside coming.
I tell you, that was the most stunning play I think I've ever seen in a Super Bowl, that onside kick. Or actually, I didn't see. I was at the concession stand.
Offside, number 30 of the kicking team. Number 10 of the kicking team. 5 yards will be added to the end of the touchback spot. Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line. First down and timeout.
Yeah, we get the drift. Ball goes to the 30. Back after this.
Get up off of that thing and dance to you feel better. Get up off of that thing. Try to release that pressure. Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing. Good God. So good.
Get up for Black Friday. Starts Thursday, 6 p.m. Walmart.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive. Soon to be everywhere.
So when does the new pan pizza get here?
Any minute, and you're gonna love it.
What are you doing?
Thought it'd be faster if I carried him. I gotta return him though. Save me a slice.
Better game days call for better pizza.
Introducing our new pan pizza with a thick golden brown crust. Your choice of 3 toppings, all just for $10. Add a 2-liter Pepsi for just $2 more.
Better ingredients.
Better pizza.
Papa John's.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive. Soon to be everywhere.
Manchester United, Arsenal. For 2 great houses of football, it's that time again. The Premier League, Saturday morning on NBC and NBCSN.
NFL Thursday Night Football being presented by Bud Light, beer with your team on it. Big banking center, Charlotte. Mentioned before, a lot of construction going on downtown. Great time to be a contractor in this area. Greg Olson going over the pictures. Penalty had moved the ball to the 30-yard line. That's where Breeze and company held without a touchdown tonight. Begin this drive. And on the ground, they're going nowhere. And that Carolina defense, Mark Ingram, took it and was just pushed back from the outset, lost it 2.
I tell you, this Charles Johnson's having a night tonight. It was right around the block of, looked like Tim Lolito right there to make that play. But, you know, we talked about in the opening on camera, if this defense gets back to what they were a season ago, you just don't know. This team has gone on great runs in the past.
This is a vital game for them tonight. That pass is incomplete. They put the heat on. They're going to get a flag as Breeze went down. Charles Johnson knocked him down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 95. Defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And somewhere Cam Newton's rolling his eyes right now because that's 11 roughing the passers now on Drew Brees and none for Cam Newton.
Since last year, and we'll detail it as we go along here, that's the 11th time that Drew Brees has received a roughing the passer call. Cam Newton, 0. Now, twice they called roughing Newton, but they were offset both times by penalties. And Mark Ingram tries to exploit that, taking the ball to the 44. And Ingram is slow in getting up, put there by Kurt Coleman. So they work on him, injury timeout.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive. Soon to be everywhere.
Alexa, ask Tracker to find my phone. Okay. Oh no.
Alexa, what do I have on my calendar this afternoon?
You have a dentist appointment at 2 o'clock.
Alexa, how many calories in a chicken wing?
Chicken wing contains 312 calories.
Anybody know where the potato salad is?
Knowing where you stand. It's never been easier. Except when it comes to your retirement plan. But at Fidelity, we're making retirement planning clearer. And it all starts with getting your Fidelity Retirement Score. In 60 seconds, you'll know where you stand. And together, we'll help you make decisions for your plan to keep you on track. It's your retirement. Know where you stand.
Tuesday.
Need Nambo at our location fast as possible.
A hero's life could change forever.
Our notification to sue.
There's something you need to see first.
New Chicago Fire, Tuesday on NBC.
So you ready for that other football? Saturday morning, 6:30 Eastern. Man United against Arsenal, Saturday at 12:30 Eastern. You've got the Spurs and West Ham on NBC and NBCSN. Rebecca Lowe will guide you through the day.
She's pretty good, huh?
She's great.
Yeah, she is.
At the 44-yard line, Drew Brees in the pocket. And the pass is incomplete. Ingram was able to walk off under his own power. Josh Hill, the intended receiver, and there is Mark on the bench.
Kurt Coleman with the shot. Caught the top of that helmet. And remember, he took that big hit from Thomas Davis earlier. In a rough night for the former Heisman Trophy winner.
The Saints, 2.5 quarters without a touchdown. And that is man bites dog kind of news. As Cooks is taken out of bounds after a very short gain. Luke Kuechly with the tackle.
Yep, here goes Kuechly right here. You think he can run? There isn't much these two linebackers ever miss. You break one tackle, James Bradbury missed a tackle, and you've got Cooks out there who could absolutely fly, but so can number 59.
Now you have a 3rd down and 9. Brees brings Kuhn into the backfield. And throws, and Snead cannot, well, he does for the moment. And let's see where they're going to mark. They're going to mark it to the 39. He got up and went forward, but Leonard Johnson got him to the ground. 5 yards short of the first down. It's 4th and 5.
Take a look. Nothing yet. There's a knee.
Clear.
And a forearm. Think you go here, don't you?
You have to. You're down by 20. You got 6 minutes to go. You have to.
Well, don't forget last time they tried to sneak somebody into flat. And I think it was Charles Johnson that got his hands up and knocked the thing down. This will be some kind of a quick throw. You don't see the pick plays against this team, though, because no man coverage.
Play clock at 1 as Brees gets it off and then throws, and they do get the first down as Cooks needed 5 and got 6.
You know, this is just a mistake by a young player out here. I mean, you've got to know what Drew Brees is going to do, right? You got to pick up this first down on 4th down. There's just no reason. I guess there was a guy that ran the corner in behind him. Maybe that's what he saw, but I think everybody in the building kind of knew where that ball was going.
Everywhere, obviously, where that first down marker is. First down now. Give it to Hightower with Ingram on the bench. And Hightower for a yard, maybe 2. Brees loves to spread it around, and again tonight that is the case. Cooks has caught 7 to lead the team, and he's hit 8 different guys.
It has just been no big plays, none. And this lead is making them even more inclined to be safe.
2nd and 8. Screen, Hightower, and he's able to pick up another first down. A much needed one. Spot the ball just inside the 23.
Well, we're finally starting to see a little offense out of the Saints. It's amazing that this team that is essentially number 1 and has been for a long time, but offense is struggling this much.
A little draw here with Hightower. Kuechly right there to stop him. Yeah, the high-powered Saints, they're averaging only 4.6 yards per play.
You know, they try all kinds of different things to get at Luke Kuechly, and they just cannot get it done. That time they brought the tight end around the top, Josh Hill, to try and make a block, and Kuechly just tossed him aside and made another play.
Marcus Murphy now comes in the backfield. They flare him out. He makes the catch here and is forced out of bounds, which brings about a third down now. 3rd and 4.
You know, you've got a guy like Brandon Cooks out there. Here's a guy that's had 2 of the 3 longest plays in the National Football League this year. 98-yarder against the Raiders, an 87-yarder against the Panthers. Basically neutralized because of the style of play that Carolina's playing and the lead.
Yeah, holding him to less than 7 yards per reception and a long of 12 tonight. 3rd down, and they give it to Cooks coming around the corner. And let's see where they spot this one. You can obviously see where the marker is, where the yellow line is. Ball just inside the 13-yard line. Morelli comes over to make sure they have it. Puts it right on the line. Meanwhile, you've got Leonard Johnson, who gets shaken up on the play. That's Johnson who was down.
Leonard Johnson just made a spectacular play.
And it's not a good sign for New Orleans as Ingram goes back to the locker room.
Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out of the path, and the seagulls, they'll be smiling, and the rocks on the sand.
So peaceful up here.
Yeah.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive, soon to be everywhere.
I'm like a sponge for this stuff. I can learn it, get it, sell it. I can do this job in my sleep better than some people can do awake. I just want to make sure this brain stays in hyperdrive.
Hey, we hear you. That's why AARP created Staying Sharp. It's more than brain games. It's a personalized 360 approach to brain health with assessments and tools that can help you keep your brain sharp. If you don't think this is right for me when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
With over 1 billion color combinations, you'll wonder where the screen ends and life begins. The clearest, most vivid picture we've ever created. This is TV, the SUHD TV from Samsung.
You gotta be cool, calm, collected, look your fear in the eye. You gotta be shaking off the pressure, gotta be taking your time. You gotta say,
This December,
Hairspray Live.
The biggest stars come together for the musical event of this season. Hairspray Live, Wednesday, December 7th on NBC.
That's Leonard Johnson just now walking off the field. We're going to get a challenge here because while we were away, they ruled this a first down. You see the marker there. You see the knee going down. He's short. Of course, Rivera and his coaching staff, they see the same thing. And if he challenges here and they win the challenge, it'll be 4th down.
The spot.
So Rivera with a challenge, which we think he will win.
Our mission is to produce programs and online content for African women as they try to build their businesses and careers. My name is Yasmin Bello Asage, and I'm a co-founder at She Leads Africa. I definitely could not do my job without technology. This Windows 10 device, the touchscreen allows you to kind of pinpoint what you're talking about, which makes communication much easier and faster than the old Mac that I used to use. You can configure it in so many different ways. It just, I don't know, it feels really cool. I feel like I'm in the future.
At Outback, Steak and Unlimited Shrimp is back. Just $15.99 for a limited time. Try unlimited garlic herb butter or crispy shrimp for just $15.99. And let the bold flavours speak for themselves with unlimited shrimp at Outback.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a romantic rodent.
A romantic what?
I'm a sucker for proposals. And we covered it April 26, 2014. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? Going, girl. Girl, where do you think you're going?
Love to eat turkey.
I guess it's just you and me, Mr. Turkey.
Turkey for me.
It's an SNL Thanksgiving.
Let's eat turkey in a big brown shoe.
Wednesday on NBC.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down at the 13-yard line, which is short of the line to gain. 4th down.
Panthers won the challenge, so now it's going to be 4th down. Pretty clear here, even though the official sticks are on the other side. I mean, they almost match. Not perfectly, but close enough. You can see he's short of the 13. He needed to get past the 13. So it's 4th and inches now. With New Orleans down by 20. So Johnson made a great play to create this 4th down, but then he pays the price, and they have to take him back to the locker room. Ingram's already gone back to the locker room. Hightower is now the back on 4th and inches. Breeze will keep it himself. And Breeze will lean forward, going between the center and the guard, and appears to have it, but who knows?
Boy, he was stutter stepping in there, trying to find a spot.